crowd getting excited. There's Mr. Mandela, Mr. Nelson Mandela, a free man taking his first steps into a new South Africa.
Stay here.
Where's you from?
Hey, kids. When some shooting Nelson Mandela here.
Mandela here.
After my mother died, my uncle go to Eastern Cape to fetch me. When I was staying here, there was this guy said he's my father. But after the time, he said, I am not your father. After that, my uncle started treating me badly. So I was sleeping on a car. I decided, no, if these people, they think I can't live without them, I can live and prove them wrong.
I'm Sneh. I am the project officer for this Safe Park project.
A safe park is a safe space where vulnerable children get a meal for the day, to kind of concentrate in school or to just not be hungry. In some of these communities, it's almost like your life is already mapped out for you. You'll get pregnant at 16, you'll live off government grants, and that's all you'll ever be until you're an old person in the cycle.
This is a badge of my school. Sugan. You can go there. So, ma'am, I need you to tell them everything about me.
Oh, that's a long story. I knew Phendulani for about, I don't know, it was 20. I used to see him when I was standing by the gates there in the morning. And he looked so filthy, and I used to ask myself what's happening with this boy. I was so worried about him. And then we had to call the social workers to come to his rescue, because by then he was sleeping in a car, and then he was taken to a place of safety.
When I started meeting with Phendulani, he was so mischievous, but every child is like that. I was called by the school, and they were telling me about the difficulties that Phendulani was suffering from. He's clever, but he's very much short-tempered. It wasn't easy with Phendulani, because you know, if a child grew up without a father and a mother, it's very much difficult for these children.
And my first grade was there. First time when I was coming to the school, I was learning there. It was hard first to find friends. I was that person who don't like to speak to other children. So now I decided, no, if I can't speak with other children, that thing will make me angry because I have anger. The only one sport that I like is volleyball. But the first time when I was coming in, they said I can't play without a birth certificate. I think that birth certificate I didn't have from my first time when my mother was still alive. I was telling myself that everyone is saying to me, why I can't play volleyball? I can borrow a birth certificate from someone so that I can play.
Most of the children that are attending here, they don't have birth certificates because their parents don't have ID. So it's hard for us to go to Home Affairs and ask for them to help them. The problem that means for them, they can attend school from 0 to grade 11, but when they go to grade 12, they're not going to write any matric because they were not born here. But the Constitution says the child has the right to identity. The child has the right to have the name. The child has the right to have a home, you see. But it's not happening because now we are talking about children. And where they are coming from, there's a war, so they're running from there to here. As one of our people went to exile, so if they're coming here, why can't we help them?
We're in the Titemba. This is our container where we do our homework. I want to show you because it's important to be in safe park. Because in our community, there are more dangerous things that are happening. Some are smoking nyaupe, drugs. They affect me because when I see some children are smoking, I don't like it. Because it's very dangerous. Some of them, they do things that they don't want to do because of the situation.
He used to run away there by where he was staying. But since he came here, he never ran away. And he becomes a wise child.
This is my room and this is where the thing that I grow. But the other fight is not to me. This is some of them. And this is the research. This is the children that there are thousands of children work very hard for low wage. And these are children that are sleeping on the street. And this is when, in 1994, millions of South Africans waited for hours in a long queue for the chance of vote. Democracy doesn't mean everything because some of us are still poor. So all I want is everyone to be normal. Not some of us are rich and some of us are poor. So this is Nelson Mandela and Thabo Mbeki. I think Mandela didn't done his work. If he done his work, all of us must be normal. No one have a right to be poor. Everyone must be normal. I don't think he finished the show. Anyone now, when he gets money, he eats. Don't care about other people. I think now all we need is youth people to lead. Some of us, we know everything and we can change South Africa. If just South Africa can give us a chance.